Hi everyone, welcome to my class. This is ENGL 2105 English Syntax 1. And in this class, you are going to see the importance of the part of speech, which is in our Unit 1. Let's start. Actually, you can see this presentation along with my book. Okay, let's talk about the part of speech. What is part of speech, everyone? Part of speech is the way in which particular words are used. So you can see that if you understand what function of each type of part of speech, and then you'll be able to form, to write, to speak grammatically correct, and that's good. And also, we can use this kind of knowledge in order to analyze the sentence. And as you know that when we are talking about syntax, it's about the sentence. But before we are able to analyze the sentence, you should understand about the smallest unit of the language first, because this is the smallest one. We start from word level and then go to phrase, clause, and at the end, you'll be able to analyze the sentence. Okay? So, some words can be classified as more than one word type, and they change type according to the sentence they belong to. Alright, so you can see my examples here. I have two sentences here. The first one, we are drinking some water, and another one, we are watering flowers. You can see that we have the word water in both sentences. For the first one, we have the word water as the noun. And as everyone knows, right, that the word water is the noun in this sentence also. But you can see that in another sentence, the word water becomes verb. That's right. It depends on the sentence that you are using. It depends on the position that you are putting that word to. Who knows, right? It means that you really need to understand the function of each part of speech, and then you can form the right sentence like this. Okay. And in English, we only have 8 major part of speech, namely noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunction, preposition, and interjection. Alright, let's start with the simplest part of speech here, that is noun. Noun refers to words that are used to name persons, things, animals, places, ideas, or events. So you can see noun all around you. Okay, I have 3 examples here. The first one, Tom Hanks is very versatile. The second one, dogs can be extremely cute. And the last one, it's my birthday. Alright, let's see the first one. Tom Hanks. This is the noun, Tom Hanks. We are using Tom Hanks as to name this guy. Okay, so that is the first function that you can see that we can use the noun in order to name person. Okay, and what about the next example? These cute dogs, right? And we need some word in order to address this cute animal. And we have the word dogs to name them. Okay, so we can use the word dogs to name these animals. And on the right hand side, you can see the picture of the birthday event. And we can say that this kind of event needs the name also. And we address this kind of event as birthday. So you can see that we can use the noun in order to name many things around us. Okay, let's see in details. Let's start with the first type of the noun. It's called common nouns. You can see from its name, common. Okay, so you can see this kind of noun in your everyday life. You can see the definitions. Common nouns are used all the time to describe everyday objects, animals, places, peoples, or ideas. Let's see this example. The first one, the first picture, what is it, everyone? They are books. Okay, so we have the word books for this picture. What about the next one? This is a goat. Okay, a goat. and also it's wearing sunglasses. Also the word goat, the word sunglasses, they are common nouns, right? And on the right, that is braid. Okay, so we have 4 words here as the example of common nouns. We have books, goat, sunglasses, and braid. And the point is, when we are using the common noun, normally we don't need a capital letter, except that we are using them at the very beginning of the sentence or as the subject of the sentence. Okay, and another way we can say that every sentence must contain a noun, and normally most of them they are common nouns. Okay, if you just notice any sentences that you are talking, that you are seeing, that you are reading, okay, you can see the nouns anyway. So that's the reason why I can say that nouns is like the simplest part of speech that can be seen. Okay, this is the first one, common nouns. Let's move on to the next one, the proper nouns. Proper nouns is the opposite to the first one, because the word common, it means that you can see in your everyday life, while proper nouns is something more specific. Okay, it's more specific. What is it? Proper nouns. They are names given to a particular person, place, breed of animal, religious, historical period, institution, days of week, event, and festival. Okay, so don't forget that we have the word particular. Okay, it's special for someone, it's special for something. And they always start with a capital letter. This helps to distinguish them from common noun. So it means that when you are using the proper noun in the sentence, even it's in the beginning of the sentence or in the middle or any position in the sentence, we need a capital letter. Alright, so what do we have here? The first one, do you know who he is? Okay, he is Mr. John Lennon. Okay, he was one of the members of the Beatles. Okay, and we are talking about this guy, and John Lennon is the proper noun because we are talking only about this particular person. So it means that if we are talking about your name, my name, that is the proper noun as well, because that name is particular, is specially for us. Okay, so don't forget that, like my name, Ajahn May or Kamonwan, Ajahn Kamonwan, that is proper nouns as well. This is not the pronoun. Okay, don't be confused. Okay, next one, in the middle. In the middle, you can see the word Asia, right? Asia. So it means that the name of the continent, can be the proper noun as well. So what other continents do you know? We have Europe, we have America, we have Australia, right? We have so many continents. And also, when we have the word Asia as the proper noun, we have the word continent as the common noun. So you can see the difference, right? Asia as the proper noun, continent as the common noun. Okay, and on the right, you see the word August. Okay, August is this month, right? August with watermelon. Watermelon is just the common noun, but the word August is the proper noun. But what is the common noun for August? Think about this. Well, August is the name of the month, right? So August is the proper noun, while the common noun is the month. Okay, so I think you now see the difference between common and proper nouns. Okay, that is the first way in order to differentiate two types of nouns. Let's move on to the third one. The third one, what we have is concrete nouns. Okay, concrete nouns. What are concrete nouns? You can see that they are nouns that we can perceive through 5 senses. Taste, you can taste. You can see, you can touch, you can smell, and you can hear. Okay, so what do we have here in these examples? The first one, what are they called? They called folders, right? Everyone knows the word folders, okay? And what about the next picture? That is sand, right? Sand. And on the right, the black one, yeah, that's right, that is blackboard. So you can see that you can touch all of them, right? You can see all of them, but yeah, some we cannot taste. Okay, so we don't need to taste the sand, right? All right, okay, but you can do something with these 5 senses, okay? And they are called concrete nouns. Let's move on to the next one. It's called the abstract nouns, and I can say that it's the opposite to the concrete nouns, because for the concrete nouns you can see, you can touch, but for the abstract nouns you can feel only, okay? Because they are ideas, feelings, occasion, or time. So things that cannot be seen or touched. So my example, the first one, you can see all of them smiling. They're smiling, right? And that is the word happiness. Happiness. I know that we cannot touch the happiness, but we can feel that we are happy, okay? And the next one, you can see with the heart, a mini heart and the heart like that, okay? And that is called love, okay? Because the word love can be both noun and verb. But here we are talking about the word love as the noun. You cannot touch, but you can feel it. So the important point for these 2 types is that for the concrete noun, you can see, you can touch, you can eat them, okay? But for the abstract noun, the only thing that is you can feel. But for the abstract nouns, you can feel. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. That is collective nouns. You can see from its name, you can see from the root of this word, to collect. It means that we need many things together, okay? So the definition of collective nouns is a group of people, a group of animals, or things. For example, the first one, they are called choir, choir. So they are a group of people who are singing together, okay? They are called choir. The next one, they are sheep, but the group of sheep we would say herd, H-E-R-D, herd of sheep, okay? And the last one, they are flowers, right? But it's not only one, but it's called a bunch of flowers. So you can see that for the collective nouns, we are talking about the noun that are collected together, okay? And we have a word in order to address them, in order to name them. We can have more example like for the birds, okay? If we are talking about the birds, we cannot use the word herd anymore, but that should be the word flock, F-L-O-C-K, flock. Okay, and we can have even more collective nouns. Probably you can see from my book as well. Okay, move on to another one. And this one, I think all of you are familiar with count nouns, or maybe we can say countable noun. That's because they are nouns that can be counted, okay? And they have both singular and plural form. The first example, they are cats, okay? Cats is the plural form, and the singular form is a cat, okay? Next is the word video, and the word video can have both singular and plural form as well. And the last one, that is a baby, right? A baby. And balls. You can see that if you only have one baby, we just say a baby. And if we have many babies, we need s at the end. That is the plural form. Just like ball, we have one ball and we have many balls. So it means that for count nouns, you can count each noun and you can number them. 2 cats, 1 video, 1 baby, and many balls. What about the next one? You can see it's called mass nouns. You may not be quite familiar with the mass nouns, but if I say they are uncountable nouns, you may know this name, right? Okay, actually they are exactly the same. This is called non-countable nouns or uncountable noun. Ones that you need to tell the number of mass nouns. What we need is the counters, or we can say we need some kind of container to quantify them. The first one, what is that? Rice, okay, rice. And if we need to tell like the amount of rice, we need to say a kilo of rice, a bag of rice, right? And we cannot say rices like that, okay, because they cannot be counted. Okay, next one in the middle, that is flour. Flour, F-L-O-U-R, flour. So we can say a kilo of flour, a cup of flour. And the last one, the word bread, B-R-E-A-D, the word bread. You can say a slice of bread or a loaf of bread. So for the mass nouns or uncountable noun, normally we are talking about the singular form only. But if you need to tell an amount of that noun, we need what is called counters to quantify or to tell the number, to tell the amount of them. Okay, and I have more examples for you. Okay, I have more examples for you, like the word chocolate. We can say a bar of chocolate. We can have a cup of chocolate, probably. What about milk? In the middle here, we can have a carton of milk, a can of soda, a glass of water, a bar of soap, and a lot more. You can see that many mass noun or uncountable noun need some kind of counters. Okay. Next is gender of nouns, or we can say noun gender. In English, gender of nouns can be separated into 4 ways. Let's see the first one. It's called neuter. For neuter is the gender that refers to nouns that have no sex. Okay, that have no sex at all. In the example on the left, you can see the word computer. Okay, because there is no need to tell the difference between the gender, we only have computer. We have the word neuter for those nouns without any sex. Number 2, common. If that noun is common, it means that the gender can be referred either to the male or female. Like the word students, because the word students can be male students or can be female students. Or even like the word teachers. Teacher can be male teachers or female teachers. But number 3, that is masculine. Masculine noun refers to nouns of the male sex. Right in the example, he is a prince, right? And we use the word prince only with a man. While a princess is used for a female. And that word, a word princess, is called feminine. Okay, feminine. That refers to the noun of female. I have more examples for you. The masculine father and the feminine, we can say mother. Like the word man, woman, bull and cow, husband and wife. What else? Heir heiress, actor, actress, fox, vixen, hero, heroine, milkman, milkmaid. You can see that we have several words that they are separated into two ways of addressing the same thing, depending on their gender. If you are male or if it is a male, we would say one way, and if it is female, that will be addressed in another way. But sometimes we have the word that can be used for both in order to avoid this kind of gender issue, like the word air hostess and the word steward, right? Who are working on an airplane. As you know that air hostess is used to talk about female, and steward would be for male, right? But actually, they prefer to use the word cabin crew or flight attendant instead in order to avoid gender issue, and that is quite sensitive. Okay. Next is about the plural forms. As you know, that normally the noun, they do have single form. But if we have more than one noun, okay, like the word cat, that is the singular form. But if we have more than one cat, what would we do? In English, they do have the rules of the plural forms. First way, we can just add s at the end of the word, right? Or we can add es at the end. Or we can change from y to I, and then you just add es at the end. Or you have to change from f to v, and then add s or es. I have 4 examples here. Let's see from the first, on the right hand side, it's me. Oh, okay, actually it's a bike, okay, or bicycle. Bicycle apply to the first rule. That is, you just add s at the end. A bicycle, and then bicycles, okay. Next one, we have potato, and if we need the plural forms, we need to say potato with es at the end, like 3 potatoes, okay. Next one, on the left, we have butterfly, ending with y, and in this case, you have to change from y to I, and then es at the end, okay, butterfly, because before y, that is the letter L, and that is the consonant, okay. If before y is the consonant, you need to change from y to I and then add es at the end. But what about before y is the vowel, like the word toy, T-O-Y? In that case, you don't need to change from y to I and then add es, but you can just add s right away. So we can say toys, T-O-Y-S, okay. And the last example is wolf, right? Wolf. But we have 2 here. You need to change from F to V and then add es at the end. 2 wolves. Okay. Those are the basic rules for the regular nouns. But we also have other rules for regular nouns, as you can see here. The first one, some nouns ending in um, change um to a. Next, some nouns ending in is, we need to change from is to es. And the last one, some nouns ending in us, we need to change from us to I. The first example, on the left, you can see Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, and many more. And that is the word medium, okay? If it is a singular form, it's called medium. And we have so many medium, so we need to say media instead. We need to change from that to a, okay? Next one, the word crisis. crisis. That is the singular form. And if it is the plural forms, that will be crisis, but change from is to es. And the last one, that is called fungus. 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 And they need to be changed to fungi instead as the plural form. Interesting, right? And these are rules for regular nouns. Let's move on to irregular nouns. We have only 2 rules for irregular nouns. The first one, some nouns have different singular plural form, and some nouns have the same singular and plural form. Let's see. I have some examples. On the left, with the singular and the plural form, like the word child to children, man to men, tooth to teeth, foot to feet, woman to women, mouse to mice. And they are examples of what we call they have the different forms if we compare between the singular and plural form. But what about those words with the same form, like the word deer, sheep, or even the word fish? So in case that you are looking at a deer at some kind of forest, okay, so you can say, oh, a deer, that's a deer. But if you see many deer, you cannot put s at the end of that word. You just say many deer anyway. Or a sheep, sheep. You can see from the verb agreement, that is the singular or the plural. The sentence can tell. Okay, the sentence can tell. Alright, let's move on to the functions of the nouns. Before we understand about like the types of the noun and the form of the nouns. The next topic is about the functions of nouns. You can see that the noun can be used in many functions. The first one, a noun can function as a subject. Interesting. Normally, we use the noun as the subject of the sentence, so it can be at the very beginning of the sentence, right? Next, it can be used as an object. This is the second function. But for an object, it can be differentiated to many ways. The first one, it can be the object of the preposition. It can be the direct object. It can be indirect object. So for an object itself, it can be differentiated into 3 ways. I will show you more details later. The next function of noun, that is, the noun can be used as a subject complement. And this is the different one from a subject. We have a subject, but this one is called a subject complement. And the last one, that is an object complement. Once again, object and object complement, they are different. Okay, let's see the first example. Arya Stark is really cool. Okay, so Arya Stark is the proper noun because we are using this name to address, to name a person, right? But we are using this name at the very beginning of the sentence. As you know, the structure of the sentence is VO, right? So this is Arya Stark is function as the subject of this sentence. Next one, the beavers built a dam. The beavers built a dam. So the word beavers act as the subject of this sentence, while the word dam is used as an object. So as subject is the beaver, built is the verb, and a dam is an object. Okay, and this is called direct object. Actually, we only have one object here. Next one, he gave Maria a love letter. He gave Maria a love letter. So after the verb, that is the position of the object. So it's possible that we can have 2 objects right after the verb. In this sentence, we have Maria and we have letter. These 2 words, they are noun and both of them, they are object. One of them is direct object and another is indirect object. And you can see that the word letter, that is the direct object. So what did he give? Oh, he gave a letter. So that is the direct object. But whom did he give the letter to? And that is the answer of Maria. So in this sentence, Maria is indirect object. Okay. Next is they were supposed to meet at noon. The preposition in this sentence is the word at. And after the word at, we have the word noon. And the word noon is the noun. Here, the function of the noun is the object of the preposition at. Okay? Because normally we use the preposition with the noun. And those nouns after the preposition, they are called object of the preposition. Okay? The next one, Jeremy is a swimmer. Jeremy is a swimmer. For the word Jeremy, that is the subject for sure. But what about a swimmer? Swimmer in this sentence, it's not the object. Because Jeremy and swimmer, they are the same person. Okay, they are the same. So we can say that swimmer is subject complement just to fulfill the sentence. Okay, and you can see that we are using the word is, that is the linking verb. Once that you are using the linking verb, it means that we don't need any object, but what we need is called subject complement. Just like in the sentence, you are students. In that sentence, the word students is not the object, but that is subject complement because you and students, they are the same. Okay. And the last one, we have we shows John captain. We shows John captain. For the word John, that is the object of this sentence because John was chosen to be something. And once that we are talking about John, that is the object. The word captain is used to modify or to explain more in details about the word John. So the word captain, it's not indirect or even direct object. But the word captain here, this is object complement. That is to fulfill, that is to give more information about John. Okay. Here is another interesting thing that can help you analyzing the noun. It's not only about the meaning of the noun that can help you, but this can help you also. They are called suffixes. Suffixes are affixes that applied or attached after the root. I think there are some suffixes of the noun that you are familiar with, like ending with ess here at the end of the left table. When you see the word ending with ess, normally they are nouns. Like the meaning of it, that is to make a feminine form, right? Example like a waitress or an actress. Or on the right, you can see the suffix ion. For the suffix ion, that is about the process, state, or result. The example like the word decoration. Okay, before is what's like the word decorate, but once that you see ion, and then you know that that is the noun. Or ment or ness, you can see that if you know about these suffixes, they can help you analyzing the noun in the sentence as well. Okay. And the last one is not only about the meaning, it's not only about the suffixation, but about the distribution of the noun can help you identifying. Because nouns normally co-occur with article, they are a, and the preposition. It means that if you see a, and the, and preposition, after these articles and preposition, I'm sure that you can see the noun. For example, a strongest man in the world. So in this example, we have article a and we have the article the. It means that after these two articles, you can see the noun. So from this example, can you tell me where are nouns? Yes, the first one, that is the word man, and another one, that is the word world. What about another one? I give you a long example here. Can you count how many nouns are there in this example? And let me know. Alright, so this is the end of the noun. I think you now understand about the meaning, suffixation, and distribution of the noun, and also about the function and the form of the noun. I can say that it's everything about the noun. In the next video, you are going to understand about pronoun. See you in the next video. Bye!